All right. Good morning, everyone. So welcome to the Master of Science information session. I'm Professor Henry Du, the Master of Science program leader. Today just to try to introduce a new program for all of you. So here we have a couple of the colleagues actually in here as well. So later on, after the introduction, if you have any question, then of course, welcome you to ask them if you do have any inquiry and so on. So Master of Science, Innovative Multimedia Entertainment actually is a new program. Although it's new, but we try to, just kind of like continue the outstanding program we have during the past 20 years. So the new program actually the vision is to be one of the top international program in the region, and also with strong industry connections and also good research record. So currently, the Master of Science programs we have is Multimedia and Entertainment Technology. So you can see that that we have 8 full-time academic staff, and there's a couple of the part-time staff from industry, and we have a 4th stream: design psychology, game, mobile, internet, social media, and also media art technology. We offer roughly around like 25 subjects for 1-year program. We do have one research facility, which is entertainment technology laboratory. Okay, which also the standing in Hong Kong for 20 years already. Every year actually we take 60 students for the Master of Science MET program. The new program basically is that due to the current the AI and the data science development, so we start to look into, since that it is the only Master of Science programs in the school, and how we can embed or include those AI technology into our curriculum. All right. So the MScMET actually there are more than 1,000 students actually graduate from our program. So our alumni actually quite active in the entertainment industry or multimedia industry in the region. So if you look into some of the university actually in the region, actually the lectures, especially in entertainment area, some of them actually are our alumni. Okay. So the new program basically, as what I say, so due to the fast progress of artificial intelligence, and that's going to the change the design and the creative industry, and also in education. So that's why we during the past year we quickly respond to the change, and then want to update our curriculum to the the industry more relevant the skills. So we also try to give a flavor of the interdisciplinary approach. Most of the important is the job ready skills, okay? Because most of the students actually, once you graduate, you want to find a job, right? You don't want to have a gap between your academia and industry. The new enrollment number for next year actually is 90. So you can see actually university is quite support because that we really look into this is the futures of the new interactive design or interaction design and entertainment area. So just give you a look the profile of our students. So you can see, because that we periodically receive students ask questions. So for like I'm a pure design student, whether I can pursue Master of Science, or the students from computer science and engineering. Professor, I'm really interested in the game development and some of the design technology but I'm in engineering and computer science, whether I can pursue Master of Science in design school. So you can see, in terms of student profile. So our students actually, they came from the different background. So including around like 25%, there's a computer science engineering, the other 25% digital media, and the other 25% in industry and the product design. So then the other 25% is mainly from social sciences. Okay, so you can see that our program, the students actually quite diversified and provide a quite vibrant environment and the interdisciplinary environment for our students. So I can tell you that actually our program, some of the subjects actually offer to computer science department. And also at the same time, we offer subject to humanities as well. So you will be able to interact with those students from computer science and also those students from humanities. So I think it is one of the fewer programs actually in the university actually can attract the students from the different discipline and have the students got opportunity to interact or to do a group projects with other students from the different disciplines. Our curriculum actually is quite popular as well. So you can see actually during the past 2 years, we have, last year we have 750 students apply. And, 1 year before, actually, we have 50 students actually applied. Okay. Our, the program acceptance rate is a bit lower than, the average PolyU postgraduate program acceptance rate. That is why that we see the trend, and also that we believe we should expand our enrollment number, okay, in order to accept the students, because that is, as what I say, there's a future trend actually in this area. In terms of the job, actually, the students actually they look for. You can see actually our students not only they go to gaming industry, but also they go to other internet giant, and also you can see not only in software industry, but also some of the hardware industry. Particularly like this year, a couple of students actually they go to electronic vehicle companies because that is also high demand as well. All right. So our students actually they got the training actually in the program, and in terms of the job actually they can look for not only limited to the creative industry, but also some of manufacturing company or the internet company. You have all the possibilities. So currently I'm the program leader, so I don't go through too much. I was working in Singapore and working in Australia, and then I came here. So I try to bring the advantage of education from Singapore and also Australia to be here. So our curriculum will, as what I say, quite focus and also emphasis in industry connection and also job ready skills. Our 8 full-time staff, they are all graduated from top university in the world. They are very famous. They are very familiar with the relevant industry. So they are very experienced also nurturing of the new talents. Some of them actually quite active in the entrepreneurship side. Actually help our students actually if they really want to go into these directions. Okay, and then you can see actually we have 2 full-time staff actually hold the joint appointment with the computer science department. So that is why I said that that it is flavor. Okay, so you will be immersed into the the lecture. Actually, they have a variety of background. Okay, so the one of the important thing is that I want to address is we do have an industrial collaborator, particularly with NVIDIA and the Tencent Games. and also Unreal Engine. Okay, Tencent Games actually they have 4 big studios. The studios we work with is a Lightspeed Studio. So if you play PUBG game, I don't know whether you play PUBG game, the 和平精英. Yeah, so if you play that one, actually we're working with them quite well. So we actually starting from next year, there are a couple of subjects actually developed and it will be taught by Lightspeed Studios. Okay, so we are helping them to train some of the talents, especially in the area of technical artists, which is high demand in industry nowadays. As well, I say our curriculum, pretty much, teach the students, how to use AI into your creative work, and how the currently, the AI as a tool to be used in entertainment industry. Okay, so we are not computer science department. Of course, that we are not trying to train you as a programmer. But as what I say, right? So new technology development and AI become one of the pretty handy tool. Then how do you fully utilize the AI as a tool to advance your design? I think that is something the program actually is want to deliver. For this program, we have one highlight is that actually we provide the internship subject. It is elective, but we think it's very important actually for our students to get the experience of internship if you are willing to, because most of our students actually the past students, they actively look for internship during their study. So that is why we talked to a couple of the industry actually talking about potential opportunities. So basically is that after you finish the 1-year program, if you want to do internship, then actually there's one extra semester you can do internship. So that is count as your credit as well. So currently we talk to, as well as saying, the Tencent Games, actually, they are willing to provide internship positions. NVIDIA is also willing to provide internship positions. And also, we are talking to other, company like a TCL, and Unreal Engine actually, Unreal Engine may not take the internship, but Unreal Engine actually, they will help our student to find an internship because there are quite a few companies using their product and actually looking into internship and the student as well. All right. For the curriculum, so from the past, roughly we have around like 10% of students. Even this is a Master of Science by basically is a course option, but around like 10% of students that would like to pursue higher degree. So so that is why for the curriculum we have 2 different pathways. So one is a practice pathway, the other one is applied research pathway. So if you are thinking you want to go further to study further degree, then you can choose applied research pathway. Then applied research pathway will more focus on those research skill and also pay more attention to specific topic. But if you think I mainly want to find a job after the master degree, then practice pathway will be more suitable for you. But regardless, these 2 pathways, then the program actually have a 4 focus areas. So one is media art technology. The second one is entertainment and games. The third one is interactive toys and robotics. And the last one is entrepreneurship in multimedia. So you can see that there are 2 actually mainly in the software side, and the interactive toy and the robotics actually is in the hardware side. And if you are interested in the startup, and then you can pick the entrepreneurships. Okay, so that is the 4 focus areas. Actually, we try to concise and regrouped the previous strings actually we have. So model study, if you are domestic students, if you want to do part-time, then you can have a part-time mode. It's 2 years. So most of students, if you just want to study full-time, then you can complete the master program by 1 year, 3 semesters. As well as said that if you are interested in internship, then you need to spend 1.5 years, because the 1 year basically is to complete the course work, and then the other 1 semester basically just working for company. Okay. So for the credits required for graduation, so for new programs, we just require 30 credit points. So there are 12 is a core, and the other 12 actually you can 12 credits is for electives, and 6 credits, which is 2 subject loads. That's for master capstone project. Capstone project actually is a group project. All right, so here is the core subjects. Of course, the multimedia entertainment theory practice and the research seminar. All the students actually need to learn programming, but we are not trying to, as what I say, right? We are not trying to train design students or the creative students becomes programmer. Okay. More or less is that to let you know, what is the programming about, because when you are working for company nowadays, actually, especially for the top, creative company, then actually starting to require, the designers to write codes. So it's very important actually for you to know, how the coding works, and then so that you can communicate with, the engineer or computer scientist in the company or in the team, so to have the better communication. All right. We also, prepare, the working with other university for double master degree. So, we put in the project management, professional environments, and ethics. So this is quite important thing, because most of the accreditation association require to have a so-called soft skills. There's a communication skills, project management, and also some of understanding the ethic things. Okay, so that's why we put in as a core. Other than that, so we are pretty, flexible in a way, because that we think that the students can actually think of which area actually they want to go. So if you are choose applied research pathway, then you need to take the research method. And also, independent study, which is more or less like a small thesis. It's not as heavy as like a master of philosophy and field thesis, but actually give you enough depth to do, the small study, to write a small thesis. But if you are interested in practice pathway, you can see we offer game design and development, digital storytelling, because the storytelling actually, the way to do a storytelling will be changed, because for AIGC, you can directly talking about something and generate the video and also graphics, right? So that is why we're putting as a digital storytelling, because that is to reflect the new technology change the old way we teach the storytelling. Of course, the next one is a virtual reality, augmented reality. AI tool for creative process and transmedia. Basically, there's AIGC tools. So that is something actually we try to cover. And the physical computing is something to do, small devices, Arduino, Raspberry Pi, so you can, design your own interactive devices. The last one actually, is pretty similar, but extending to, the toys, robots. Okay, so you remember we have 4 different focus areas. So the idea is that when you pick, decide to pick one of the focus area, then you should be able to, pick the 4 subjects in this area. Okay, so that is a practice pathway. Actually, from here you can pick roughly 2. Okay, and then you have 2. If you are in practice pathway, you have 2 spaces. Okay, 2 subject spaces, and actually you can take from other faculty or department. Okay, because that's why I say we really want to push our students to be more interdisciplinary. So more important thing is regarding the topics you want to study, but you study those subjects, not only in the design school, but need to be in the relevant discipline as well. So we give the one subject space actually for students be able to take the one relevant subjects from the different faculty and department. Okay. Other electives we also offer, including entrepreneurship, media art technology, sound design, and the digital art assets, that is NFT. And also, any new and emerging topics actually came out, and actually we can immediately reflect to our curriculum. So we have special emerging topics, okay? And then last one is the internship, okay? The internship here is not only you can do the internship in Hong Kong, you can do internship actually in other countries as well, in mainland China, in the Europe, United States. Actually are all five, because you can see for the last, you just need to take an internship by the last semester, okay? You don't really need to take any subject anymore. You just need to take an internship. That is why we try to give the students opportunity to go to the different country. So some of the university actually, the partnerships with us, including University Arts of London, including, Thomas Academy and Polytechnic Milan in Italy. So that is, the university actually we're working with. And if you want to go there, and actually, if there's any company want to take you, then it's possible. You do there, and to do the internship still come into your, graduation credits. All right. So master capstone project, there is 6 credits. There is 2 subjects low, and then you require to be group project. That is also reflect to some of accreditation association. Actually, they require capstone project. Actually, you should be able to apply what you have learned from the curriculum, and also knowledge, all those knowledges into your capstone project. All right. In the program, this year, the most of the students actually get into our program. They are quite good in terms of the GPA and so on. So we want to, attract even, the better students, and then we encourage the good student to study in our program. So we actually give the scholarships, okay? So it's up to, the Hong Kong dollars 80,000. So that is something actually you can consider if you have a friend. So you could possibly to apply. But if you are a domestic students, we have 2 things for you. So one is we do have a Hong Kong government fellowship. Okay. So the Hong Kong government fellowship actually can I think it's 120,000 Hong Kong dollars scholarships they give to you. So you need to pay attention to PolyU AR's announcement, okay? So I think, that we have a certain positions, and also, the criteria actually will be listed out from academic, the registry from PolyU. So you can pay attention. So that is one. Second is even you may not be able to get a fellowship, all the domestic Hong Kong students, you will get a bursary. Okay, the bursary actually is 22,000 HKD. Okay, if we admit you. All right. So you as long as you apply, and the bursary is still available, then you will get that. All right. So the application, which is a rolling basis, so first come, first serve. So I encourage you, if you are interested, then you should, apply as soon as possible. All right. So those are, the current our, partners. So basically right now I'm in charge of PolyU NVIDIA Research Center, and also, the PolyU Research Center for Cultural and Art Technology. So there's, those center actually supporting, the curriculum and the program. For the industry, we team up with NVIDIA, Tencent Game, Lightspeed Studio, Unity, and also Unreal. Okay, so we actually have the workshop of Unreal Engine workshop, and also NVIDIA, the workshop for students. That is, in addition to normal curriculum. So that is something also available for students as well. But for the program, actually the teaching mode is like this. Each subjects, the teaching mode is we have a 2 hours lecture, and the other 2 hours actually tutorial. Okay, so we want to have students. We want students actually get the theoretical knowledge, but at the same time you will be able to apply. Okay, you have you know how to learn, apply those knowledge and learn the popular the tool in the industry. Okay, so it's not like you need to take a really long time. Okay, or you just spend time to study the theoretical part. Okay, so we will bundle the theoretical, either it's a 2 hours lecture, 1 hour tutorial, or 2 hours lecture, 2 hours tutorial. Okay, so most of our subject actually teaching more is like this. And for the tutorial side, as well, I say the tool will be the different type of the popular software. For example, if you play game, then actually they will utilize some of the popular software actually for creating games or doing game. Then Unreal Engine and the Unity actually is one. But right now we actually working with Unreal Engine more, because Tencent game actually they have a really strong tie with Unreal Engine. So that's why we actually use Unreal Engine more. All right. Hardware side, actually, we have a different association to work with as well. All right. We have a couple of the workshops actually for students to use. So you can see, including the digital printing, fab lab, production lab, sound studio. For example, if you take the sound subject, and actually you can, we actually do the subjects in the sound studio. Okay, we also have a media production studio as well. So all those studios actually available for students. Okay, this is for your capstone projects or other project actually you want to use. So these are the facility we have. So that is all. This is something actually I want to introduce, because we are next year is going to be a new program. So there are quite a few the new things actually will happen. So we will announce the from time to time, because we also try to give the students have opportunity. We are going to build a double master degree with other university as well, if you want to. Okay, so currently we talk to the university actually in UK and also in Australia. So for the double master degree is that the first year you are in PolyU, and the second year you can be in different countries and get the 2 different degrees. All right, but it's not the ready yet, but we are going to do this. Yeah, so stay tuned. Yeah, any questions from here? Yes. Okay, okay, your question is expectation of the portfolio. All right, okay, cool. So I think it is a quite common question from students. Okay, so yes, we are in design school. So the application process same as other design school. 1, we need to do interview. 2, you need to submit your portfolio. The portfolio actually we don't have any specific format. My suggestion is that okay, you should showcase the best of your part. Okay, but since we are more into the multimedia, entertainment, and the game as well, so I will encourage you actually show more case, because that we do have some of the students like product design students. They do product design, but they submit their portfolio more or less like the PPT type. Then actually it's not really demonstrate the advantage of their capability. So my suggestion is that if you are able to submit a video, right? Especially for some of the students actually that are really interested in game, or they do some of the animation, these type of things, then I do suggest you submit anything is dynamic. I think that will be better. All right, because the for you to submit the portfolio is not really directly submit to AR website. So actually is a submit to SD website. So we do have enough, okay, capacity, okay, to take all those dynamic or more or less multimedia format of a portfolio. So you don't need to worry. But if your portfolio is really big, you can just send an email and double check first. I think a couple of gigabyte, there shouldn't be a problem. All right. Quite a few students think we want to have the really fancy portfolio. Yes, that is something actually we expect. But if you are from engineering or computer science, certainly we understood that it's not a quite common thing, right? So for the engineering or computer science students, so you don't need to worry because I think the creativity and the potential is utmost important. Okay, of course, if you are from a design school, but so basically is that our colleagues actually they will see where are the students from. So if you are from science engineering, it's not common. The practice actually, the people will create, the portfolio, right? Yeah. So that is something we don't expect too much, or your portfolio will be really beautiful. But on the other hand, if you are from communication design or advertisement design, right? So we will have a certain expectation. So if you are, so you don't need to worry about too much. I think if you graduate from the different discipline, so what would be the best? Okay, or what will be the best practice of that discipline? You just showcase what you have. I think it is utmost important because you can see our students actually came from the different background, business, communication. They don't usually have the portfolio as well. I can tell you, some of our students from social science, communication, journalism, they actually they don't have the so-called the good the communication design work. So actually, the students, they give you some of the reporting things, or showcase, that they got award or they working with, the big broadcasting company, right? So all those things actually, as long as can show your potential, I think we are all fine with that. Any other question from here? Any question from online? No? Okay. Oh, okay. There's one online? Okay. Oh, okay. So you can see, that's the new question actually nowadays, the student ask, because, for the current program, the MScMET, we do have 4 specializations. And then when you try to apply, and then you need to identify which is streams actually you want to take. But as what I say nowadays, actually is quite, it's interdisciplinary. Okay. So it's very important for us to that student to learn the skill sets and also understanding from other areas, especially the knowledge is quite across, okay, the different streams or different discipline. But on the other hand, we do know that the students still need to have some focus, okay, some specialty. So that's why now, okay, we actually give the bigger, we let students to choose more or less from career perspective. Okay, so what does that mean? You will be able to choose whether you want to do applied research pathway or you want to do practice pathway. But in terms of focus area, okay, that is something for your own self when you pick up the subject, okay, and then you need to more or less pick 4 subjects and focusing on the focus area. Okay, so for example, if you are interested in doing game, okay, then you should be able to take 4 subjects in game. Okay, so for like a game, game production and development, digital storytelling, right? And then you can pick the other is a sound design, right? And then if you are interested in the new type of the game design, you can pick virtual and augmented reality. All right. So using this way, we also encourage our students to take subjects from computer science and also from humanity as well. All right. That's why I said that we more or less, okay, each area you can pick 3 subjects from School of Design, but you have a 1 subject space. Either you want to take the electives from School of Design, or you want to take a subject from out of school. But bear in mind that if you want to do internship and then you have another 1 subject space, you can do internship as well, right? And the internship, you can pick the company or the job scopes morph into the focus area you want to have, okay? We want to create the flexibility for students because in the past, some of the students, after they enroll, they still want to change a different stream, right? Then if it is too rigid, then actually it's hard for students because you need to go through a certain paperwork process. So that's why I say that for the new curriculum, we more or less we want to divide into the what type of the future job you want to get. Okay, you want to go further study because there will be more research. If you just want to go for work, then there's a practice research, practice pathway, and then for each different pathway. For like if I want to do more research, I still can pick the 4 different area actually we want to do. All right. So that is arrangement actually we are trying to do for the new curriculum. All right. More questions from online? You have any question? All right, cool. Yes, you do need to, okay. So you see that capstone project actually is a compulsory. So we do have a core subjects, and that's why you see there's a core subjects, master capstone project. Master capstone project is compulsory. Core subject is compulsory. Yeah. So the study plan actually students, okay, if you choose a practice pathway, you want to do internship, they say, then the way actually you do is that, okay, you do 3 semesters, the study actually at the PolyU, right? You need to complete a master capstone project because it is a group project. And after you complete the 3 semester, 1 year, and then you go for internship. Yes. So when you plan your study plan, and then you just remember you plan 27 subjects. 27 credits, and then left the 3 credits actually for internship for the 4th semester. And then for the internship, what we are trying to do is that we will group a bunch of companies, and then they will come to campus, or you need to go there to do interview. Because internship is just like what you look for job. It's more or less like a matchmaking, right? Because you may want to go to some company, but the company also want to pick the students actually what they want. Yeah. So but basically is that we try to list out a couple of the opportunity, and if the students actually want to do, then actually they can do it. The program, this program, applicants don't have good experience coding or programming. Okay, that's a good question. As I say, the program is not really train the student to be a programmer, and we are not a program in computer science. Okay, so if you are not really good in programming, of course you are still welcome to be admitted to this program. But of course, that you need to think of what will be the focus actually you want to do. You probably want to, pick the focus and not really get into potential programming thing if you don't really want to do it. Yeah. Let me use a game as one of example. And to produce a game, actually there are many different functions. So need to have a different employee to play different roles, right? So if you let's say you go through the Tencent games, actually there are different, the position, and then you just need to, the pick the position, not require, the programming and things like that. Yeah. Okay. That is interesting thing is that, okay, before COVID, actually we have quite a few domestic mature students actually apply for this program. But during the COVID time and during the past 2 years, majority of the applicants actually they are fresh graduates. Okay. So we do expect, okay, the students, as well as saying, our colleagues in these programs is quite welcome students from different background because we want to see the varieties and diversity, of the students actually into our program. But sometimes we cannot control, okay? So from program perspective, our colleagues actually they are in this program for quite long, so they know how to take care of the students who are from different background. But on the other hand, is that I would suggest, okay, students actually need to have a idea actually is that they are going to be in the environment which their classmates from different background. Maybe some of them are mature, some of them are from different disciplines. There is something actually the students may need to have. But get back to the question is, yeah, we do welcome the mature students, and we don't have mature students now. The many mature students nowadays. This is for sure.
My language is not. My language course has not been qualified. Can I submit my language course later?
All right. So PolyU basically all the subjects is taught by English, and in order to admit or enter to this program, right? So university actually set up the basic English requirements. So I think the expectations for the program is the student need to meet the minimum English requirements. Because our program we usually have international students who cannot speak local language. Okay, then if you want to discuss with them, some of our colleagues from like they speak Mandarin, they speak English, they speak Cantonese, right? So in order to do a better communication, better discussion, and a better understanding, then the English is one of the must meet requirements for students to be enrolled into this program. And I think the English requirement is not that high, okay? Because I was in in English spoken country, and actually our English the score is even higher. So I think that is a minimum English requirements for communication. So that is why we cannot change, and we must maintain that.
Another question: may I submit a game project I worked on for with others for my portfolio projects? May I submit a project I have worked on, a game project I have worked on, as my portfolio?
All right. So I think portfolio is to showcase your work, right? So we the most important thing is that we want to know, okay, your portfolio should feature and highlight the best part of your potential. I think that is something we want to see. Yeah.
The student is also asking if others collaborated with me for doing the game, and if others were responsible for artwork or coding, could I submit that as also my portfolio project?
We do recognize, okay, some of the good work is a group work, okay? Because nowadays, if you want to do good works, the actually involve lots of things, okay? Just like if you the design a game, right? So you can, or you shoot a movie, you see how many people actually behind, right? But so we understand actually, some of the best work actually could be group work. But I think, if you submit your group work, even some of the students submit their personal work, but it may be it's a project, group project. So I think it's fairly important because sometimes, that we try to see, okay, if there's a group work, then which part actually is what you have done. Okay, you need to, the pinpoint, okay, the contribution you did most, okay? Because, sometimes, the students actually submit a really impressive portfolio. But, my colleagues and I actually look into the portfolio and we all thought, oh, if that's one person can do it, it's, the incredible. But we all know it may not be possible, right? And then we will start to discuss, which part of the students actually will do, right? So what I'm saying is that there's no, the student can submit the group work as long as it can showcase the best of their capability. But if it's a group work, and better to, highlight, okay, which part of the work actually done by the applicant.
A next participant would like to ask two questions. The first question, what is the popular career choices for our alumni? What are popular career choices for our alumni? What kinds of jobs our alumni are doing from the past program? The second question is, what is our alumni network like? What is PolyU's alumni networks look like?
Okay. So one is a PolyU alumni or SD alumni?
The question is PolyU, but we can focus it on.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So okay. So from our program alumni first, I think the Master of Science program at the PolyU at the SD actually, as what I say, lasts for 20 years, and we are the only entertainment technology programs in the region. So lots of our alumni right now, they play as key figures actually in different industries. So for like, the one of the alumni I just met actually is, because he just left and was the design director at Oppo. We do have, as well as saying, if you look into the local school and some of the game lectures actually also got their master from our program as well. Our student actually, went to Tencent, Huawei, the Baidu and the Alibaba a lot. We, as far as I know, we do have a students actually is also working with the big company like Facebook in the past. So I think our students actually are introduced in the PowerPoint slide, and actually they all went to the different type of industry. We do have right now we do try to contact our past alumni and they want to gather together. So this is what we are trying to do. As for SD, I think PolyU will tell you the over impact of PolyU. But for School of Design, so I think most of people probably know that next year is our 60 years. So we are the only design school actually in Hong Kong. So especially we are famous in the interaction design, product design, and so on. So with the 60 years, quite a few, famous designers actually graduate from School of Design. So I think there's no doubt. A couple of things actually you can see our, the future alumni actually from our website. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. I just want to highlight that, okay, if you are domestic students, we do have, the Hong Kong government fellowship. It's a government actually is quite luxury in a way to encourage good students to pursue postgraduate degree. So it's a $120,000 scholarships actually you can have. So that's one. Second is that we do understand the master, the postgraduate degree, the tuition is quite high, so we do prepare the bursary for the students. Actually, it's a 22,000. Okay. So that is something actually for our domestic students. Yeah. And for domestic students, actually you have an option to pick either is full-time more or part-time more. Yeah. So I think it's quite flexible actually for you as well. So this year actually we have 60 students, and then you can see actually we have a 750 applicant. Next year, as what I say, actually we expanding our capacity to 90 students. Yeah. So actually give the the more opportunity for students to apply for our program. All right. Okay. Any question for newcomer? Any question or anything you want to know? No, if not, then thanks for your time. There's one new question.
Could you, if I meet the overall English requirement as IELTS score 6, but if the other sub-scores are lower than 6, would that be satisfactory for PolyU?
Doris. Yeah, so we don't see okay, if you took else, and then we only see the overarching score. We don't see individual score. Yeah. So if your average is 6, okay, overarching average is 6, then you will be fine. That's all. All right. Okay, so thanks for your time. But anyway, if you have any if you have any question, and then welcome to send us your inquiry to the email. I mean, we certainly will reply you. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.